Yeah.
Oh, that's not mom. That's a whole family. I thought that was her in that car. Thought that was her. Hey everybody, good morning. How you doing? What's up, everybody? I'm taking the show off from Miss Sunshine. Yo, 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 yo. Good morning, Facebook. This is your boy Q. Hey, listen, what's going on? We're getting ourselves together on this morning. We got a serious show for you on this morning. Good morning, my best friend. How you doing? Getting myself together here. So check this out, everybody. Today's show is sponsored by Master Gas. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, we getting ready. Mo Swag is late. Say a prayer for my boy Hendrix. He has the flu. And so me and Sunshine, we're going to rock it until Mo got here. And if she's not here, then we just rock it anyway.
By ourselves.
We can do that. Check this out. Today's show, we got some crazy stuff going on. So the topic of our show today is hot and cold topics. Hot and cold topics. So what makes a topic hot? What makes a topic cold? We'll tell you in just a second. We're going to also talk about a little bit about Trump versus Cohen. We're going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to also talk a little bit about the Trump tax returns might be under siege. That's in our first segment. We're going to also talk about Mr. Alfred Brown, which was the Texas inmate that was in prison, wrongfully convicted, and he will be receiving state compensation. So we're going to be taking a look at those articles in just a second. So stick with us right now. Real quickly here, our music today is by your boy Q, and the theme of the music today is who is the real king of R&B. So right now we playing Sexual Healing by who else? Marvin Gaye. And we right here at the After Party Radio. Listen, if you can't join us and continue looking and watching with us, of course, go to the afterparty.com/side B shows and look for Master Gas and listen to us because we good like that. Sorry, YouTube, but we'll have the video posted later on because Hendrix usually does that. Everybody, thank you so much for coming on in and watching with us. Hey, do me a favor, when you come in, start hitting the like button, start giving us some hearts, and start giving us some smiley faces, because we need you to do that shit. And excuse me, because I didn't shave, and I look like Black Santa.
I just came straight out the shower and yeah.
You said you was gonna cut your hair. Oh, while we talking.
Said I was debating.
Let me.
I want to cut it off.
You get this stuff together here while I'm messing with you. You know, okay. So today, what's weird is I parked on the meter, and the meter said it was a free meter.
What?
I tried to put my card in, and it said no payment needed. Free meter on today.
Oh, mine didn't
Thank you
say
so much.
free meter.
Give us some likes, give us some hearts, give us some smiley faces.
And send some money to my Cash App because I didn't get a free meter today. What the hell? How you get a free meter? I don't get a free meter.
Sorry. What? I mean, it wasn't my fault that you didn't get a free meter. It's not my fault.
I'm parked right behind you. Shoot.
But you know what? I was kind of looking are the red lights blinking? Because I was going to look and I'm thinking like if the red lights are blinking or something like that, then whatever.
Thank you, Reggie.
Good morning, bro.
You know, Alicia, I love my short hair. I really did. And, you know, I do this thing about every 2 to 3 years where I just shave it off. And I start over and I shave it off. It gets long. Usually around shoulder length, a little bit longer. And then I'm like, I can't do this. It's so much work. Natural hair. Good morning, Becky.
Good morning, Becky.
Becky got that good hair.
Hey, Becky, good morning.
And she just went short.
You know what? Let me tell you.
Hold up. Y'all, we not advertising, but I bought this wine in a can.
Wine in a can?
Wine in a can. You had wine in a box. Now you got wine in a can.
And we got a red cup.
Rocking the solo cup. So we gonna.
And we standing by. And who is engineering for us today? Okay, of course, better than herself, of course. The Madame of Media, Miss Montana, is in the building with us today. So we're going to get the show cranking. My big sis is on. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us. Did y'all like our promo video? our little promo video for this weekend with the pictures, hit that heart button if you like that promo video, and I want y'all to
Just
share
in
that
case
video.
Mo show up.
Yeah, I got coffee, wine, and water. Yo, what's up? Good morning and welcome to the Master Gas Talk Radio Show. This is your boy Q, and we just want to say good morning and happy Saturday to you. It is a cloudy and cold day, and we're expecting rain and another temperature drop right here in the DF-Dub.
Oh, another temperature drop.
Another temperature drop. They said that the temperature...
Look, I can't get through this anymore.
It's supposed to be so cold that the wind chill could reach 8 degrees. My girl, Miss Sunshine, is here with me. Say hey, Miss Sunshine.
Good morning.
My boy Hendrix is out today. He has the flu, and Mo is late. So we already know what's going on with that. So let's go ahead and get started with the show. So real quick, since I don't have this Trump Cohen thing going on real quickly, you guys do know earlier this week I shared we did a watch party on Master Gas, our Facebook page, and what happens is that of course Mr. Cohen has given some really good receipts as to some of the bribery and some of the moving of money
that we already knew. Nothing we didn't already know. Just a lot of people in denial.
He went off. I mean, he was talking about Donald Trump and Stormy Daniels. He talked about Donald Trump Jr. He talked about all of this stuff, and he just throwing receipts. I was like, dang. And you know Congress is supposed to be set to block his declaration for an emergency for the wall. So Congress is trying to block that. And also it wasn't a good week for our president because what's Kim Jong?
Kim
Jong.
Yeah, whatever.
Kim.
The dictator for North Korea.
Kim. Kim didn't know. He went down there. He wasn't supposed to go to North Korea because he had not come up with a decision as it relates to their nuclear war system and bombs and stuff like that. And he went down there thinking that he can talk to Kim like you can say, like he on What's the Apprentice and say you fired. Right. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. And see, Donald Trump has to understand that when you are dealing with other diplomatic officials, they don't go by U.S. rules.
Look, I'm sorry, that DT don't know. He can't understand.
45.
He don't understand nothing.
45 has never really been a good number for me to use on the lottery.
No.
It's just never been a good number. So, now if 45 hit, Mo can thank me later, but I just don't think 45 is a good number. So yeah, your boy Mr. Cohen, he has spilled a whole lot of tea, as the kids would say, and a whole lot of stuff is just unraveling. So Congress is in an uproar. They, some people saying, well, how can you believe Michael Cohen or whatever, and he lied to y'all at first? Are you serious? He don't have nothing else to lose. He's going to prison. He's been disbarred, and not only has been disbarred, he's going to have to pay a hefty fine, and I wouldn't blame him. Now, Michael Cohen is ridiculously dumb for doing some of the stuff he said he did. Right. But I would say that...
No dumber than his employer.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, Donald Trump should have known. This is why I don't understand. When people do stuff like that... I can't get comfortable. You can't get comfortable? What's going on with you?
I don't know. My headset, everything.
Your headset?
Okay, I'll be all right. I'm good. Go ahead,
something's wrong with you, okay?
I woke up late.
As soon as you text, and I was sitting in the bed looking crazy, and then I decided to send that Bradley.
No, Reggie text first. Why the hell he up? He ain't here.
Well, he can't come. He got the flu, so he got to stay at the house. He got to keep the heebie-jeebies with him.
But I think he's just that bored. He got to get up early.
You know what? I think, what he said the other day, he said, I am so bored. And I'm like, bless your heart, because I know he is. It's killing him to stay at home. It's killing him not to do nothing.
But no, he ain't doing nothing. He doing a lot of stuff.
He said, adjust the camera because Sunshine is out of the camera. We looking at y'all. Do y'all see Miss Sunshine?
I'm right here.
I mean, I know the after party see Miss Sunshine. Y'all don't see Miss Sunshine?
I'm right here. I see myself in full vision.
If y'all see Miss Sunshine, give us a thumbs up. Y'all see Miss Sunshine.
I was leaning this way, but I was still in the camera. Shoot, whatever.
And because of what's going on with the Michael Cohen situation and about him testifying to Congress. Well, also here, according to CNN.com, real quickly, Miss Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez may have opened the door to his tax returns. Real quickly, just giving a brief synopsis on this article real quick. It says that while questioning Trump's former attorney and fixer Michael Cohen before Congress, Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez asked questions that pointed out about various Trump properties, including the Trump links in New York City. So what's happening is that, if you guys don't know, they talked about and they did an analysis on how Donald Trump could have saved millions and millions of dollars every year by investing into these properties. And when you buy these dirt cheap properties, or whatever the case it is, you pay the actual taxes on the value at the time of purchase. And so they are talking about, he was basically saying that there are different deductions that he may have taken in his tax returns. And when she said, will we find all this in his tax returns, he stated, yes, you will.
Right.
And so that opened the door for Congress to inquire what they need to do to get copies of his tax return. And so, you know what, Michael Cohen, kudos to you for finally saying something. But I kind of don't blame you. You know, I wouldn't go down by myself either.
No,
I wouldn't go down by myself. I mean, he Donald Trump. You remember? You know, he's supposed to be, you know, the man. So yeah,
he's been doing dirty since dirty existed.
Donald Trump is nasty. Y'all know he's nasty. You know, it's just you know, he's nasty.
Talking about nasty. Do we want to talk about R. Kelly?
Not yet.
Okay, fine.
That's all the way down in segment 3.
That would have been a perfect transition.
No. Because we got to answer the question. Everybody, who is the real king of R&B? Who is the real king of R&B? Y'all comment below. Even on the After Party Radio, who is the real king of R&B? Real quickly here, before we're going to continue real quickly, just a quick thing. There's an article that I sent here, and the article, I believe, was by NBC.com, I believe. And this was about a young man by the name of Mr. Alfred Dwayne Brown. Mr. Alfred Dwayne Brown will be receiving $80,000 for state compensation for being locked up and on the Texas death row as an inmate. He will be receiving $80,000 a year for each year. So
when you think about all of the time lost, because this is what I have a hard time with, because time is precious. Time is priceless. And when people mess with your time, with your life, there's a lot of things that go into play there. You can't get back. You can't replace. Money might bring you some comfort.
Right. But
comfort. It can't bring back all those years lost. You know, I feel like, you know, there's people in my life that have wasted my time. And I'm like, you know what? I can't get them years back. You know, some of those years were the most precious prime years of my life. I could have been out there doing some things.
And see, and that, see, now that would be...
And I'm not even locked up.
That would be a good segue into R. Kelly right there, except in hush money payments. But we'll talk about that shit later. But the thing is, but it says here, now he spent he was wrongfully convicted, Montana, wrongfully convicted in prison. And it says that he spent 25 years in prison. They're going to give him $80,000 each year. He was wrongfully in prison, plus smaller payments over the course of his life. Now, this is what one person says. He says, now, there is no sufficient evidence for a reasonable juror to find that he is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, which is the legal definition of innocence. And Alfred Dwayne Brown is innocent. And check this out. This is what really got me about this whole story. He was released in 2015, but did not become eligible to receive payments until this year. So he's been out of prison for 3.5 years. This is a wonderful state of Texas, right? I still call Texas Bush Town. Texas is Bushtown. I don't care what nobody say. We getting better. You know, we getting better. You know, and closer maybe to turning our state blue. But it is hard when you got Bushtown out there. And you know, my thing is this man was wrongfully convicted, and so you decide to reward him 3.5 years later. There's no telling how his life has been. There's no telling what kind of rejection he's received, if the state even helped him with therapy.
Right.
I mean, did y'all give him food stamps? Did you give him Medicaid? Did you help take care of him? No.
Anything? Job? What is he doing with his life?
You can't give him unemployment because he doesn't have taxes. You know, and so, you know, I wonderful state. You know, we just got to love Texas. And
well,
so
at this point, it's no better than the country. Hell, TSA hadn't got back pay, in case y'all were wondering.
TSA still hadn't got back pay?
They still waiting on their back pay.
Well, you know, let me tell you, even people that filed unemployment benefits that received their benefits early, they have to pay that back. After the shutdown, and because there was not another shutdown, where the bill at? We don't have a bill.
We don't have a bill.
We don't have a bill. When the shutdown, since there was not another shutdown, Texas Workforce Commission says that you have to pay that money back because now there is no reason for us to give you any more money until it's time for you to file your claim or do whatever you need to do for that time span that they gave you the money. And so the government shutdown impacted a lot of people. Of course, we know that. But
people lost a lot.
Absolutely, they lost a lot, and businesses suffered. But you know what? The thing is that we just hope that y'all keep that in mind come November 2020.
Right.
We just hope you keep that in mind. So let's move on and see. We got about 15 minutes. I want to talk about something real quick. I guess we're gonna go ahead and I have something on Facebook that I saw. This is not on the show order, so you know I'm always popping up with something, right? This is gonna be funny though. I think this is gonna be funny. So y'all saw who won that show? What that show called? The Mask Show with the celebrities. T-Pain. T-Pain won.
T-Pain.
T-Pain won. Which character was T-Pain? Was he what was he? I know Gladys Knight was the Bumblebee. I know that.
I didn't even know they had a Bumblebee. Did she go first?
Gladys got third.
I tuned in to like 2 shows. The one that they revealed that Tori Spelling, and the other one they revealed that I don't remember. Football quarterback.
I have no idea. I just want to announce
old
that he
dude,
won.
stomach, Texas.
I just want to announce that he won. That's it. That's all I wanted to do. Just announce that he won. That's all. Cause
what was it? What is his name?
I don't know.
Somebody out there knows his name.
I mean, I saw Tori Spelling. I saw what's her name?
Bad Knees.
What's her name? The Asian lady. Come on, Connie. No one, Connie Chung was.
There was an Asian lady on there. I only caught 2 shows. It just didn't.
The Monster.
Terry Bradshaw.
Yeah.
Thank you, Alicia.
Terry Bradshaw. Glass Night. And I can't think of them all.
Yeah, it was an okay show. I think it moved slow. I didn't really understand the premise of it, so it didn't appeal to me. What the hell is that? That has nothing to do with
no, you talking about this right here? I don't know if we
no, we don't want to bring about that. We don't want to talk about that yet.
We don't want to talk about that yet? We're going to do our further research on this.
Yeah, we got to do further research on that.
And
then we're going to bring up some really hot topics.
So everybody, who is the real king of R&B?
Yes, nobody. Did y'all
a lot of people. Some people said some, a couple things.
Maxwell, yes.
Okay, Hendrix said Maxwell.
You know I love some Maxwell.
Margaret Cho, thank you, sis.
Margaret Cho. Yeah, she's a comedian.
Who's the real king of R&B? Now, you do know when you Google that, the first person's name comes up is R. Kelly.
Right.
R. Kelly. And we will be talking about R. Kelly a little bit later in the show. Yeah. And let me tell you something. Yes, today I do have R. Kelly in our music rotation. And listen, we're going to talk about this because I know you and I disagree slightly on this subject, but that's fine.
Just a little bit.
Just a slight bit. But I mean, let me tell you, you better look out and play Feeling on Your Booty.
Oh no.
Bobby
Yeah,
Brown.
no.
Oh no,
No Bobby
not
Brown.
Bobby Brown.
No Bobby Brown.
Not Bobby Brown. No, we ain't doing that Whitney Crackish behavior today. We ain't doing all that. You know, Bobby. But you know, let me tell you something though. Bobby Brown though, just because we kind of think of him after New Edition a little bit and what he's done, Bobby Brown hell of an artist though. I mean, you know,
fine.
prerogative.
I've never liked anybody with any type of arrogance. Arrogance is the biggest turnoff for me, whether it be in sports, whether it be in music, whether it be, you know, you can be, you know, top of your game and be humble. And
I like arrogance.
I don't.
Let me tell you why I like arrogance.
I don't.
Because arrogance.
I be flipping arrogance off like I'm.
Arrogance makes you money. If you think about it, arrogance makes you money. Now, I'm not saying that a person shouldn't have a softer side, but what I'm saying is that arrogance. Look at what's his name? O.J. Simpson. Arrogant as hell. He got off the first time.
Stupid ass.
He got off the first time.
You are invading my zen. I'm trying not to cuss. I'm trying to be good today.
Zen. When we on the B-side. So
I know, but you know, my mouth is so foul.
Yes, it is.
You couldn't.
Yes, it is.
There's not enough soap in this world to clean it out, and I'm just trying really hard.
Damn it, what a bell in Montana. Where's the goddamn bell? You don't know what a bell at?
Somebody swiped our bell.
It's broke? Well, damn. Which one of y'all at the after party broke the damn bell?
Look, I'm gonna have to get another bell. I get us.
Why y'all break the bell? Let's keep going real quick.
Okay.
Okay, so first of all, let me say prayers out to Alfred Brown. Really, Alfred Brown. You know, even though we can't pay, the state cannot compensate him for the time that he's lost. But with that $80,000 times 25, I think he's gonna be all right for the rest of his life.
But they just gonna give him that annually, or they gonna
they're gonna pay it.
Because what happens if he dies within that 25 years?
I think
does he get to give that to some of his relatives? Because I'm sorry, that to me that money is due. Period. Paragraph. End of story. So yes, it should fall under inheritance. But I really, I'm just saying.
It should fall under inheritance, and
saying.
Whoever his next of kin is, and I hope that he's smart enough to know that now that he's getting about $80,000 a year, that some financial investor that's a black person is saying this is what you need to do in the event of this happening in your life, and this is what you need to do at this point since your ass been locked up for 25 years and you just get $80,000 times 25.
Right.
So somebody
Hopefully
should say something
who
to
ain't gonna
him.
come in and screw him over, because you know what? There's so many people out there for themselves and don't give a damn.
Can I say this? Let me say this, because you know what? I'm glad that you said that, and you know, and this is not even in our segment, but I'm liking our flow today. What the hell is going on with some of these disrespectful ass black businesses? Now, I'm trying.
People in general, don't even say businesses, but people in general.
No, I'm talking about the black business. We know, black folks, we forgive Starbucks. We're going to forgive Gucci. I'm sorry. We're going to forgive Gucci. Look. That's what's going to happen. but because it's going to happen, I'm just saying, you know, you got people like Floyd and stuff like that that's going to encourage purchasing Gucci. Gucci going to come out with this badass set. And then before you know it, it's gonna be on our back. So I know it's gonna happen.
Okay.
If
I find it in a thrift store, maybe.
But my thing is, what is so hard about black businesses having good customer service, having your things together and prepared for it? It seemed like to me that the more black folk is getting into quick shit, and then once you done with it or whatever the case is, you toss your clients off to the side. Nobody hear from you anymore. One thing that I liked when I was banking with Bank of America long time ago is that when I joined that bank, I received an email, I received a text message, and I received a letter in the mail saying, thank you for your business. Thank you for this. Thank you for purchasing this. Thank you for this, blah, 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 blah. When you go to Gold Star on Ledbetter, For example, I know that's not a black business, but I'm just saying, we patronage, but y'all get with me. We go to the hood and you go to go to Rudy's Chicken. That's black. Let's do it like that. Yes, I call Rudy's out 2 or 3 times on this show. You go to Rudy's Chicken and the first thing you hear them say, order. And your chicken half the time ain't even all the way cooked through, bitch. I got to sit back and I got to tell you to recook my goddamn chicken. Cause when I lift up my damn chicken, I got blood on my fries. But the first thing you want to say is order. And then they don't even say, okay, well, when they give you a number, and when you get to the damn drive-through, it's number 4. And you give them your money, how much tell them how much is you giving the money. They don't say thank you. They don't say come again. I'm sick of these rude black businesses, and then we just keep going to them. We just keep. I mean, I know Williams Chicken high. I know Williams is high, but the first thing they say is welcome to Williams. Every goddamn time.
I think it has a lot to do with work ethic and what's instilled. But see, I think a lot of companies are going overboard because ultimately, and this is where I firmly believe that if your employees are happy, then your customers will be happy. A lot of businesses, whether they are black owned or not, are forgetting about their employees and their employees' happiness.
I agree with that. Let me give you a prime example.
Because most of them are like, you don't like it? Bye. See ya. Get out.
Prime example. I know this is in the hood. I'm not really trying to give no accidental plugs. Shout out to Catfish Floyd's. Every time I go to Catfish Floyd's, the first thing Miss Floyd say is, "Hey, baby, how you doing?"
Right,
like you damn coming home. Thing.
Like you coming home.
I'm just like, now their prices is ridiculous as fudge cake, but the fish and the shrimp and stuff is good,
but it's worth it.
And it's worth it.
That's the other thing too is people don't realize that yourself, we will pay more money.
Right.
For good service and good food.
Absolutely.
And see, going back to my little, incident yesterday, going to Texas Live for the first time.
I still
First of all, I was like, okay, this is it. It's just a big old screen TV, whatever. Then I start to order. I'm looking at the menu going, what the hell is this? I mean, this is, okay, it's a bar. Right. It ain't a restaurant. I was so and she even brought the drinks out and she was like, these don't look right to me, but taste them and see what you think. And I'm going, because I'm looking, I ordered a Long Island. You really can't mess up a Long Island.
How do you mess up a Long Island?
I'm looking at it and I'm going,
she could have gave you one of these and passed it off for a Long Island.
I was looking at it going, okay, it's missing something. I see it's missing something. I taste it. I'm like going, okay, it's missing either the sweet and sour or it's missing the triple sec or both. I don't know. But you know what? I'll be all right. And then, after a couple more sips, I was like, you know what? Just take it back and give me a Shiner. Because obviously this is more of a beer establishment than it is a drink establishment.
Absolutely.
And the food.
Absolutely.
Don't go for food. Go eat and then go drink. If you want to go and have some,
Right.
And
it
ain't that place.
And let me say this.
And make sure you got paid that day because they expensive.
And that's the thing. Like with the difference, like I said, like Rudy's and Catfish Floyd's, yes, I get it. Now Rudy's, they receive city government funds to rebuild and all this kind of stuff.
Maybe they need to rebuild their customer service protocol.
Look, let me tell you something. Catfish Floyd's has been in the same spot longer than Rudy's Chicken have ever existed. Okay? They have redone that building the ghetto way. Let me tell you something. Montana, they may have, you remember they used to have the big block of wood on that backside for years before they got that back window fixed. For years. But you know what? That never stopped them from saying, welcome to Catfish Floyd's. Baby, we'll see you next time. What you get, what you order, well, boy, you don't want that shrimp. Eat that shrimp. They engage with you, and they keep you coming, and they keep you want to spend your money and eat that high-ass shrimp.
Yes.
Then, and so you keep on going, and like you get the Rudy's Chicken, like I said, the quality of food is gone. And then when you say extra season, they put that shit in one spot. I'm just... What's going on with the... I mean, just
calm down. Good.
Who is the real king of R&B? So, Our next song of selection, we about to go on real quick, a 5-minute break. Who's the real king of R&B? So I asked a couple of millennials who was the king of R&B, and they said Chris Brown.
Chris Brown. I would accept that. I would accept
Chris Brown. So,
I would accept. Oh God, but he's a woman beater too.
So Chris Brown. We're going to be playing Back to Sleep by Chris Brown. And again, the MTG Master Gas is powered by the After Party Radio. So make sure you go to their page and like as well. And somebody else said Johnny Gill.
Oh, no.
Not Johnny Gill?
No, Johnny Gill. I take Joe before I take Johnny Gill.
Well, we're going to play My by Johnny Gill.
We go ahead and do that.
And we'll be right back. Stay with us. Come on in, Mo.
Ooh.
Come on in, Mo.
Is Mo here?
She is here.
Oh.
So.
Oh. Look, I take off my glasses and I'm gonna look at that like I can read it.
You know what, bro? I'm gonna tell you something. Chris Brown.
Okay.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. How are y'all?
Welcome. It's good to see you.
Yeah. Blessed.
Come on, get on in the camera.
Okay, first of all,
Second of all,
it's cold outside.
It ain't that cold outside.
I got no socks on because somebody helped me.
what time do you get up on Saturday mornings?
Probably about 7:30.
And you? Oh, we on live.
I rolled out of bed at 8 o'clock. What? 8:15 actually.
And then I probably about 7:30, 8 o'clock. Then I take my bath for a good hour.
Oh lordy.
Y'all, who's the real king of R&B?
But y'all have to remember that's sleeping in late because I usually have to leave the house at.
Oh, you did. You went explicit on this one.
That's my song.
At 5:40.
I like that song.
We can't leave no later than 5:40 to be on time to work.
You gotta get over here, Mo.
I know. I'm trying
We
to
gotta
find
scoot
this
over.
the
Scoot
show
over.
order. Do you know what time you sent the show order?
We got it printed.
You know what time you sent the show order last night?
10 something.
9:55.
You sleep?
No, it was at Mother John.
That's fine.
No, it's not. Because by the time I get home, how can I research?
Oh, so you telling me I need to do it early is what you telling me?
I asked specifically 72 hours in advance. Do you remember me saying
But
72
we can't do it
hours?
72 hours in advance. Well, actually, we could. Because we
When is
meet
Wednesday?
on Wednesday.
Thank you.
Yeah, but we gotta get those hot topics last minute.
And that's what I wait for. Like the hot topics popping
But
up.
that's cool to do. We can do the hot topics last.
I want you to make me
Look,
one
while
of
we
those.
taking a break. Look, because it's coming across right there.
I'm listening to you, Mom.
Here.
Talk to me.
Okay, so I'm gonna go through here real quick.
Research?
Keith Sweat. Okay. Good morning, Anthony. Good morning,
I'm sorry,
Michelle.
Mom.
72. So I'm up to
Good
2:30
morning,
in the
Donna,
morning.
Danielle. What are you looking at your
You're
hands
just getting
for?
old.
Did
It
you
just
get your...
moves like that. It's muscle
Okay.
spasm. You okay?
I know,
I'm sorry,
no
Mom.
Gucci
Okay,
money.
this is what
Mimi,
I'll
good
make you a
morning.
promise.
Thank you for
Hey, 'cause
joining
we already
us.
text you 72
Kia,
hours.
what's
No, what I'm
up?
gonna say is that
I'm so tired,
when
y'all.
we do our show,
I know
when
y'all
we do our
tired.
show
Thank you
on
for joining
Wednesdays,
us this Saturday morning.
I'm gonna do it Wednesday night, so you can have it Thursday morning. So it may be later on Wednesday night, especially if I'm at work, but I will do it.
Going through seeing her, 'cause I know
so
I'm
y'all can
missing
have
some
it Thursday
people.
or
all
Thursday morning, latest Thursday morning.
Because all the information about Carolyn, that's foolishness and fuckery.
Did you read it?
Foolishness
No,
and
after I
fuckery.
researched it, you do
Yes.
know
We be doing a
this
lot
is
of that.
just not Dallas.
Look, where am I at? Oh, there I am.
No.
There I am. Good morning. Good morning.
No.
It's 6 cities.
6 cities.
Because
All right. Oh,
the
Luther Vandross.
Amera.
Yes, a good one. That's a
Amira.
good
Oh, we
one.
being Luther today?
Yeah, you got a Luther song on there.
No, I don't either.
Yes, you do. Any
Yes,
Love.
Oh,
right
yes, I
there.
do. Oh, yeah.
You got Any Love. See, I don't read it.
Mm-hmm. Johnny Gill, my
Okay.
mind.
I don't know if we're going to be able to get everybody in.
Y'all be all right. Look, so it's
That's back.
Yeah, I said if we go back a little bit.
right here.
Y'all want to bring the table back just a little bit?
If we bring the table back, the camera comes.
Y'all good. Amera South.
Yeah, so we back up.
I'm
Yeah.
talking to myself.
No, I'm listening.
It's Amera South.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I'm thinking.
Over 10,000 units in Texas and Oklahoma.
I do love me some Babyface. I saw you had him on the road.
How?
This is not the first time they've given money to someone, to look the other way or to
You can't be taking bribes like that.
She's not the only one, but okay. And then what you should have? You remember the fire in Cedar Hill?
Reggie, Mo don't want to get in the screen.
I'm getting in the screen. You remember what just happened? Did you know that minister?
You talking about the white guy? Or
No, the one in Cedar Hill that the house just blew up and just caught on fire, and they found 3 people dead, and they looking at foul play. It's like he may have been shot.
I think I glanced over that, Mom.
Okay, look.
I
So
know you read all the way through.
as a he was a minister. You know, when the unincorporated area that we're talking about that don't have no running water, that your boy with the braids is over. They're looking at him.
Really?
Once again, because that area has no water, no sewage.
Wow.
Lorraine, our topics
So,
today.
It's in Dallas. So if the people
Who's
move
the real
King of R&B.
king of R&B?
if the people move out, they can bring low, affordable housing in.
We're gonna talk about some treachery, some bribery.
Get more money from.
He was a preacher who was leading the crusade to get these people running water in that area, and then he and his family happened to be dead in a house fire. 2 got out,
Wow.
but there was foul play indicated. I was like, whenever you shoot somebody and then start a fire, that's a professional hit.
Right. Come on, Mo, because we about to go ahead. We'll go back in.
We'll be in.
So today we just got to talking about Trump versus Cohen. We talked about it a little bit. We talked about Trump tax returns may be under siege because of Councilwoman, whoever her name is. I said it about earlier, so never mind.
AOC.
Yeah, her.
Holler.
AOC. We also talked about Mr. Alfred Brown receiving compensation for being incarcerated wrongfully. He'll be receiving $80,000 a year times 25, because that's how many years he was locked up, plus smaller annual payments. Hopefully, he's receiving some advice from a black financial advisor.
Is it tax free?
It gotta be. Well, we talking about the state here
Well, I hope you don't have to pay
giving
no
him
taxes on it.
retribution. So I doubt it. I mean, we don't know. There's Mo, everybody. Y'all see Mo?
Okay.
She is here.
Look, these chairs are wide, and I can't
Okay.
do anything
No,
about
actually,
it.
it's good.
You good?
Oh, I don't want it to fall. Is it gonna fall?
What's
No,
gonna
no,
fall?
It can't
Unless he start hitting
I won't hit the table no more.
again.
Well, he did hit the table, didn't he?
Stand by. So let me pull up these poll questions, because that's next.
Oh, poll questions.
That is
Good
next.
morning,
We got
Ryan.
3 of them. Good morning,
Again,
Ryan.
while y'all are coming on and we are going live, make sure that y'all like and share, comment, call in.
214-717-4827.
We like your audience participation.
And give us some hearts.
Do you want
Give us
some
some
wine?
likes. Give us some smiley faces and everything. Make sure you do that. As you come in, just start liking us.
Mimosas without the orange juice.
Absolutely, Mo.
You know,
You poured my whole can in there?
I sure did.
You know, mimosas
Okay.
without the orange juice is just a wino, right?
There we go.
Well, whatever, Mo.
You're drunkards at 10:30,
Whatever.
10:38.
She's just hating.
Absolutely.
It's
she is.
10:38 in the morning.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
I know, but if you're real, you need some brown liquor. I'm just saying in the morning.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody,
no.
Mo Swag is here. You are live again. Thank you so much, everybody. Welcome
Yes,
back to the
we
Max
are.
Gas Talk Radio Show. We are joined by the infamous Mo Swag. Say good morning, Mo Swag.
Good morning.
But you don't have on your headset. Our people in France and Amsterdam, them people can't hear you,
Where
Mo.
my people? Where my
Bonsoir.
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 Bonsoir, everybody. Let me tell
S'il vous
you,
plaît.
did you see on Instagram, 2 things happened for us on Instagram. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Number 1, we are, people from Nigeria are starting to follow us. So
I
that
ain't too
is what
excited
that's-
on
Hey.
that. Hell, they may send us an email, want some money. Go ahead. What's next?
And I
You
think
said you can't trust them.
and this is alleged, but I'm gonna go back and look. But I posted the Braxton Family Values season premiere clip, and I believe that was Tamar that liked it. Go back and check it out and see. I want y'all to verify, because maybe it's just me.
It might just be you because you know she is with the Nigerians, so that's what the Nigerian connection.
No.
The
I looked at the page.
Look, the Nigerians like us, and then she likes our page. What you tell me?
Make sure you follow us right here on Facebook,
You know what's gonna
Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, and Twitter.
You know what's gonna happen? We're gonna get an email talking about can we have $10,000?
And
I ain't got
what we gonna say?
$10,000 to give.
And you can email
I'm gonna
us
tell
your
them
comments and concerns, and also
These.
future show topics at mashthegas@yahoo.com.
I'm gonna tell them these.
Poll question number 1. And I'm gonna have to find the other 2 results, but we're gonna talk about this more. And I actually really want your take on this. So this is from my boy Hendrix, which is not here today, and I know
That's
he.
my baby. I can't stand him though. Go ahead.
So, random question from Hendrix. Montana, check this out. I want you to listen to this question. Can non-minorities define what racism is? Can non-minorities define what racism is? We have a poll that says, and this poll is still ongoing because he said it to go into the next week, so we will be receiving some more feedback on this. But so far, 63% says no, they can't. 37% says yes, they can. Yes, they can. Now you selected yes.
Yes.
I selected yes. Mo, I don't know if you voted or not on the poll.
I didn't vote for that poll because see, me and Reggie have issues.
Okay. So I want y'all to discuss this while I find the other two questions. You go ahead.
Me and Reggie have issues.
Well,
because Reggie's wrong.
Reggie's wrong.
I believe that yes, they can, because I'm sorry, I see discrimination on both sides of the fence, and it can be just as brutal from one race to the other.
Okay.
Now, have white people? No, that's not even a valid question, because yes, there are some white people, namely Irish, that I can recall offhand, that have been through slavery. Because let's face it, those that enslaved the blacks of Africa also enslaved a lot of their less savory, is that a good term? Or those that were not born of affluent blood, you should say.
So
you could say.
What you're saying is that whom wasn't purebred for that particular race at that time,
right,
were slave if they had a little melanin in their skin or darker.
Not even that. It's just, again, there's, you have racism, you have classism. Is that a word? I'm making shit up at this point.
It's classism, racism,
but
classism, colorism. You're right.
And that too. That's a whole nother issue that it different levels. And maybe different classifications, but yes, I mean, hell, wigger was the biggest word in my school.
Wigger?
Wigger.
A white nigger.
And if you don't know what wigger is...
No. I know what that is. I'm just like, at your school, y'all was walking around saying wigger? I mean, of course, we walked around saying nigga all the time. I mean, we shot the N-word constantly. Especially at band practice. Shout out to the Kimball Night Train. So especially in band practice. I mean, we would get called some of everything. The thing, what I want to know is, can white people relate?
Not all, but some, yes.
Mo, I'm listening. Talk to me. Why you looking at me like that?
Because read the question again.
Boy, Hendrix put it out there.
Read the question again, because Hendrix not here, so I'm gonna have to cut you.
Well, you say I'm correct though. He's coming. He said Q is correct.
I disagree with him. Okay, see, first I agree there are only 3 races. Reggie says there are more than 3 races. I think they're Negro, Caucasoid, and Mongoloid. So you got Negroid blacks, Caucasoid whites,
right,
Mongoloid Asians. So that's how I divide them.
Okay.
Reggie, we disagree because of the sociological aspect. I'm cool with it. But read the question again. I'm going to tell you why.
He said, can non-minorities... Shit. Goddamn question. Tired, Mo.
Define racism.
Define racism.
Yes. Because racism is based on race.
Okay.
So everyone has been racist against the other. Remember, you got bias, you got prejudice, you got racism.
Right.
So bias is, I'm more comfortable, or I feel more comfortable for something or against something. So you're biased. Okay. Prejudice is you prejudge someone based on that bias. Racism is you just think one race is better than the other. And
Okay,
see, you can't
okay.
talk about minorities and majorities when you're talking about that. You got to do strictly race. White people, do y'all think y'all better than black people?
Oh, just a little bit.
If you are white and you don't think you're better than black people, you got an issue. You know why? Because it has to do with self-respect. As a black person,
Okay.
I think my race is greater.
Okay.
As
okay.
an Asian person, I meet Asians who think, well, my race is greater. Is it right or wrong? Look, there's no black or white, no pun intended. There's no black or white issues there. It's
Okay.
just one person feeling greater. If my mother raised me to believe that I wasn't the best thing since sliced bread, no pun intended, then that would be a problem. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that racism is bad. You just have to know the definition and go with it. Now, when they use racism to belittle and berate another race,
Right.
but everyone really in the core understanding of it should be racist because they should be proud of who they are. Just like when my friends who are biracial, the kids always say, well, they're mixed. I said, y'all ain't paint. Y'all are biracial.
Okay.
So you're going to bring the two.
Okay.
And it doesn't matter if you're black or white, or if you're Asian or Asian or Caucasus, or there's two different races. Just the other day, my whole blackboard we had to talk about this one kid's like, well, you know what? His race is Mexican. I said, oh hell, here we go. I said, okay, you got ethnicities. I said, and then you have black Mexicans. And they were like, how can y'all black Mexican? I said, me and my husband went to Mexico and we had a child. If me and my husband went to Mexico, the country, and we had a child, the child would be Mexican. If me and my husband went to Sweden and we had a child, it would be Swedish. It would be a black Swede. And so we had to go through that and shit. 47 minutes later, I was so tired I needed some sweet tea. But
Okay.
Well, see, that's where I think you're complicating the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let's just not complicate the situation. I know what he's trying to say.
What are you trying to say?
I think what he's trying to say is in our society today, can white people relate to what they see as being prejudice or more superior than the other race? Because what you're saying is correct. I mean, I agree with you. But I think what he's saying is keeping it on a scale as, can y'all relate to what we going through? Can you relate?
Can we even relate what we going through?
And
That's a good question.
Because we got colors
Look.
and blacks in our society, and them colors really getting on my nerves.
Light skin, dark skin.
No, not even the light skin. You got a socioeconomic group with black people who are so damn low. I'm like, if y'all all fell off the face of the earth.
No, Mo, that's not true.
Yeah, it is.
I'm talking about we wouldn't want to fall off the face of the earth.
No, them colors.
See, I want us to talk about socioeconomic status one day because that is really important. Because I have to agree with you. I'm sorry for y'all tax return pimps. I'm just saying.
Let's not talk
know.
about.
I'm trying not to go
It's
there.
a whole nother
I'm trying not to
thing.
go
We'll start
there.
cleaning
I'm
it
not
up.
trying not to go there because I ain't hating on you. I'm not hating. I promise to God I'm not hating.
Well,
But at the same
I miss
time,
getting those tax returns.
hey, look, bro. It doesn't benefit you to, for example, get $7,000 in one lump sum.
If you're not going to invest
If
it,
you're
if you're not going to
If it's not going to be
Flip it.
used, and then let me tell you something for y'all tax return pimps, and we're going to move on because it was 10:48. We got to move on because we got to talk about Carolyn Davis.
yes.
Now, and we're going to do one more poll question, then we go to talk about Carolyn. So the thing is that how can you think that it's a come up when every year you need a new car?
how can you think it's a come up when you don't use that $7,000, place it in the bank or wherever you want to do with it, and pay a down payment or pay for summer camp for your child or pay for a reading camp for your child or a math camp for your child, but your butt is in one of them stores.
Imaginary bell hitting.
They're trying to ding the bell. Or one of them stores trying to buy Michael Kors. Michael or Kors don't give a damn about you.
Michael or Kors.
They don't.
Coors.
Okay. Somebody had a little wine. Somebody had a little too much wine. But no, that bothers me, and I see it. This is, you know what income tax time is to retailers? Christmas number 2.
You know it.
Christmas
You know it.
number 2. When those checks hit, do you know what everybody said in retail? Here you go.
Here you go.
Extra hours. Let's get it. Let's get it while we can get it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so disheartening because I'm like, I see it. And then one woman came in and said, okay, this is my PM, mama, do this. And I'm like, y'all ain't.
Like I said, I ain't hating on them. My God bless your heart. No, let me tell you why I'm not hating on them.
Okay.
Let me tell
if
you
you
why.
as a come up, I'm good.
I'm gonna tell you why. If you succumb up, that's fine. But let me tell you why I'm not hating on them.
What?
Because eventually one day you're gonna get that shit back in return. That karma's gonna hit your ass because your kid's gonna be grown one day.
Right.
Something's gonna happen where you're gonna have to pay some of that stuff back. And let me tell you, if the way we keep when we don't go vote and we don't act like this shit about not voting and stuff like that because y'all don't want to go vote and y'all don't care about who run y'all tax money, it's gonna be one day when you're gonna look up and your dependents is not gonna be as much as you thought, just like them house income credits.
It ain't gonna be one day. It's gonna be this day. Last year they got 7. This year they got 4.
So stay behind at home and don't vote. Because black folk, the reason why we don't vote is because we don't think it counts.
Right.
But the problem that I have, and we're gonna move on because I said
that karma is a butthole.
That karma coming back around.
Ask Khloe Kardashian.
Yeah. Do you know that dude? What is his name?
It don't matter.
That dude,
you know what his name is? Savage. That's his name.
His name is Savage because he put on Instagram that her coochie was trash. I was like,
you know what he said?
He said her coochie was trash.
Look,
the basketball player that was Tristan. Chloe's coochie was trash. Yes, he did too on Instagram.
I missed
yes,
it
he did too.
Okay, but you know what? He said it on Instagram. He said it, but other dudes have said it.
Oh my God!
Other dudes,
he typed it.
Other dudes have said it too.
And then somebody, and I think the Shade Room shared it. But let's move on real quick. Let's move on real quick. And we got some time. We can play with this because even if we
Poor Khloe, you know how you got him is how you gonna lose him. Kim Kardashian had to get surrogates because her vagina's so hauled out. Kanye the only one who wanted it. You better ask other football players. She done married more black men than I have. That's all I got to say. I'm just saying. The girl put the H in hoe. I'm just saying. She has. Her vagina is so hauled out that it could be a cavern.
Y'all give us some laughs on that. Well, check this out. Next poll question.
Poll question. Poll question.
Ladies, if you're the breadwinner in your household and decide to divorce, should you pay alimony to your ex-husband?
Yes.
Are you the breadwinner?
63% says hell no, he's the man. 37% says yes because it's fair. I think you should pay alimony.
I think so too.
I mean,
you the breadwinner.
Montana is shaking her head. No.
What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Period.
And let me tell you, and
if you were the breadwinner in the house, then there's a certain there's a certain standard of living, and that needs to be established. I'm sorry.
I believe it was FoxNews.com, I think, and I'm going to go back and research it, but it says that 51% more women are paying more alimony and child support in the United States. And what happens is, now listen, ladies, not talking about the ladies, because look, if the shoe was on the other foot, if hubby was at the house and he was making all the money, if you gonna get your divorce, what's the first thing you're gonna tell your lawyer? I want to live my life that I've been accustomed to. Okay, fine. Now let's flip the script. Now, ladies, if you marry a guy, you tie yourself down with a guy without a prenup. If you got enough money that you should have a prenup and you don't get a prenup, then what happens is that he has a right to half your estate. Why? I mean, half of what you got. Why? Because he at the house. Now, whether if he's cleaning up or if he's screwing the maid, if he's keeping the cars clean, and if you ain't never found out and you just want to divorce him and stuff like that, okay, but you should still keep him to live in the lifestyle that he's accustomed to. Now, yes, he is a man. And yes, he should be able to take care of his own business. But maybe because of you, he now can't take care of his own business. You married him knowing that he didn't have. So why would you not give him or give him what, quote unquote, he's entitled to, even though he popped the question to you?
Now, see, I guess because my life has been a little different than a lot of people. And I, being married before, being divorced before, being a receiver of child support, and, not getting it, sometimes getting it, whatever, now getting it on a regular basis, even though my child is full grown. Anyway.
Little bitter there? Bitter, party of one, your table is now available?
Not bitter. I'm like, you know what?
She's like, it doesn't look out. I'm like, okay.
My child, our child, is 21, almost 21 years old, and here I am getting child support. What? That money you said I would never get? Okay. Now my grandkids are good. That's good. But no, neither here nor there.
Okay.
If I divorce now, because of what I know what it's like to be a single parent, I've already established my husband will get custody. Not full custody, it'll be joint custody. I will pay child support because I would much rather be able to work and have my, and be the good guy, as I like to call it. That I don't have to discipline or anything like that. I just pick you up on the weekends and then we go and party all weekend and then I give you back to your daddy.
Well, okay. Well, now you bring up something different because we just said what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Guys do it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
We do it all the time. And I know for a fact that there are several men that's probably looking at you as like, is she crazy as hell or what?
Mm-hmm.
But hey, if
single parenting is a bitch.
If a woman says, "Look, I'm out of here," and you do what you want to do, I'll give you this, whatever case it is, but I'm gone. Hey, I'm chilling.
And you know what? He's a good father and a good provider and has good ethics and whatnot. So I know they in good hands.
Hendrix said that a prenup is a must. Now let me tell you something about that prenup, bro. Because, I'm kind of smart when it comes to prenups. I am kind of smart, though. If we're going to get a prenup, we're going to get a prenup, incrementational prenup. What is that? I'm glad you asked. That's a prenup that over time, the longer we're together, the more I get.
Right.
You know who I got that from? Shout out to Miss Janet Jackson. Call me Miss Jackson if you're nasty. Because she showed to get $500 million. But that's another story.
That was his first son. Of course she was going to get it.
No, the arrangement of the prenup was you stay married for 5 years. It didn't say nothing about no children. You stay married for 5 years, you get half of what he got. And then she had a baby. So that $500 million is already like forever. $200 million.
Yeah,
forever.
That's outcast though, but okay.
So anyway.
Next question, and this is gonna take us into our next segment,
and
we'll talk about Carolyn for a little bit more. We won't before we go to break. Oh, you know what, Mo? I'm sorry.
What, babe?
I'm sorry, Mo. I'm moving too fast. No, we in good time. I'm looking at a picture. Oh no, that's right. It's time's right. So knowing what you know about R. Kelly, knowing what y'all know about R. Kelly, will you still listen to his music? Can you separate the genius?
No.
Miss Sunshine say no.
I can't.
I say I could. Mo, what you say? You can't see in camera though. What you say?
All right, so the R. Kelly situation. One, I don't listen to this type of music, but that song, "I Believe I Can Fly."
Okay.
Okay, so I believe I can touch the sky. Yeah, I don't know the words.
Okay.
But look, this is my take on R. Kelly. This happened how many years ago?
Okay.
And these girls supposedly are still in the house or still being taken. Okay.
No, this is.
So these are 4 new counts.
These are 4 new counts of him messing with young girls in the 90s and early 2000s.
Yeah, but when Gloria Allred brought that accusation, she had a picture of LL Cool J with the 2 girls.
Right.
So you don't know the fuck who R. Kelly is?
My thing is...
See, these girls are just looking for a payday. Look, let me tell you why I'm so adamant against this. Okay. When you have been molested, touched, or whatever, you tell. Right. There are 2 types of girls. Girls who tell and girls who don't tell. The girls who tell and want something done about it, we don't understand why the girls who don't tell don't do nothing about it. That's how it is. Point blank and the motherfucking period.
Okay.
So when you hear women come out hard against these women, don't believe that, oh, we don't understand it. Believe that we don't understand
Why you hadn't said anything.
Right. Because, you know, I get on people every day. Tell. Why didn't you tell?
Right.
You know? Because what you did was you didn't tell, so other people were adversely affected.
But when you're talking about girls don't understand anybody else being affected. They know what's happening to them.
And they should tell.
I wish it was that easy. I wish it was that clear, cut, and dry to everybody, Mo.
But
it's not.
If at age 9, if you can tell, then at age 15 and age 19, were you trying to get something? Because 2 of those girls, one girl hid in the bathroom, and the other girl had sex with him.
Well, can we say fairly that maybe it depends on the issue? Because Mo, you saying that you know, women that said something don't understand.
We don't.
You know what I mean? You
And
understand.
And I also have to stand up for those that do tell, and yet their families shut them down. Like, oh no, you just misunderstood, or no, that's not what that's not what happened. They take the side of the offender.
That's what I was gonna say too, Mo. Sometimes people do say something.
Reality.
Yeah, some people do tell, but the family is like if Uncle Junior touched me, and you say, Mama, I think Uncle Junior touched me the wrong way. Well, no, baby, no, he probably just hugged you and his hand probably grazed you. But then what happened is, Mama, Uncle Junior touched me again the wrong way. You know, as some parents, Mo, they don't want to think that their brother could possibly be messing with their daughter.
But what happens is when you speak to these women in group settings, and when you go to these seminars and things like that, inevitably they say their parents or their family didn't come through for them. But then they tell you, and then you ask them questions like, so what happened? Were you ever around that person again? Were other children around them? And you know what they say? I was never around that person again. I never went back to the country again. They wouldn't let me go back to the country. They didn't chastise that man, but they wouldn't let me go back to the country, and they moved that situation. That's what we found out. But they don't overtly say anything. They don't make the accusations, but they move the children of the other girls out of that situation. That's what we found out.
Well, let's do this real quick, Mo.
So I don't really know about R. Kelly very well.
Let's grab the show order. We on break number 2, Mo. Take us to break, and real quick, who is the real king of R&B? We want some more. We want some more comments. We're going to talk about R. Kelly some more in just a second. Mo's going to take us to break real quick. We're playing some music about who potential R&B kings are.
Is that what we're doing?
Yes.
Okay, so we will come back.
Break 2, Mo.
We will come back. Whip Appeal by Babyface?
Babyface,
and
yeah.
Anytime by Brian McKnight.
Brian McKnight.
Okay, I did not know I would think he'd be R&B.
I
thought
Brian
he was
McKnight?
always smooth jazz. I always think of him as smooth jazz.
No, he's R&B. No R&B, Mo.
Yeah.
Brian McKnight. So real quick, Mo, and we'll be right back.
I don't like Babyface.
The thing, you don't like Babyface?
He did his wife wrong. He did his wife and child
Girl, who cares?
Oh, see, you know what? Whenever I look at an artist, I listen to the music, and I always want to know how they treated their people.
Yes. Let's see what the people. This my thing, Mo. Now look.
I know that's way too close for y'all. But
maybe we gonna sit back.
You gotta look at the comments.
Okay, so my thing is Mo.
Good morning, Tony. Ryan,
is like
Joseph. Thank you for joining us, James.
What am I trying to say?
Dwight. Good morning, Dwight.
More in more trying to understand in a fashion that doesn't make a person seem like they're weak when they don't tell. Because the thing is, it's like
I can't. And look, it's always somebody's come from, baby. I can't understand someone who's biracial because I don't know I don't understand how people grew up in the North. I grew up in the South, and I don't understand. At 9, you are molested, attacked, touched, and you tell, and you look around and like, oh, you didn't tell? Why didn't you tell? I told.
And then
So then you got other people who are like,
okay. Back,
and then you got other people, you know. But what it is I don't want y'all to think that people who are so-called for him or against the girls are not cognizant, are not understanding of the situation. That's what I hate.
Right.
I battle this with my girlfriends all the time. I hate that because they think you don't understand, y'all don't understand, you weren't there, and then just because somebody doesn't tell you their story doesn't mean that they don't understand that they weren't molested, they weren't touched, that they weren't talked about or for years. And that's what it bothers me, because so many people are hell bent on their right, and these girls have been taken advantage of and never understand that other people bring really, really sincere concerns. Now, what I could do is say, yeah, I agree with him. But when you got the 60 accusers against Cosby, and one lady said, I can't remember what decade. Every woman I know who was date raped, every woman I know who was date raped, can remember the smell, can remember what they had on, can remember what he had on, can remember everything. Every woman can remember the decade. Like they did 1 through 60 of the accusers in Newsweek or something, or probably the Post. And the one lady said, I don't remember which decade. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. And I'm not speaking from something I just read. I'm speaking from something I know. So when I've gone through it, it's just like credit and debt. When people talking about, well, you know, I did this, I was like, I'm telling you what's happening. It's not something I read. It's not a congressional hearing that I read about. It's not one that I participated in. It's something that I know. I know you can get an ulcer from the collectors calling you, the creditors calling you. I know you can worry about that. I know they can say stuff like this. So that's why when I give you the tools, I'm not giving you the tools just because it's coming out my ass. It's something I've experienced. So when I'm passionate about something, it's because I've been through it. Okay. So that's why when people are like, well, you just don't understand, or he's wrong, I'm like, he can't be wrong. Let me tell you what the girls could have done, should have done, and what some did. You do know there's some teenagers who he approached who were like, nah, partner, I'm cool.
Yeah.
You know?
Sure.
But I don't understand the parents' take. Just like Master P said, hey, if you're going to take my child, ain't nobody going to keep me from my child. But remember, I don't have any biological children. So as society, you'll see women who will say, well, you don't understand because you don't have any biological children. Go through that daily.
Please, I have people that think I don't have children with the way I behave.
Well, no, I'm just saying, when you're trying to give advice or understand something, they're like, well, you would understand if you had biological children. Or you would understand when I was if you were married.
That's where ignorance comes in.
Like,
because
okay.
anybody in their right mind should know that blood does not make family.
Yeah, absolutely.
Period, paragraph.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you wouldn't have family out here touching on their fucking other family.
But if you notice, if a child comes to the parent and says, the mom says, so and so touched me, I can guarantee you, she's not saying it. Okay, don't worry about it. She's trying to tell the child to put it in the back of their head, because if he touched that child, he touched her.
Mm-hmm.
It's cyclical. It's what they do. It's what they do. And I mean, in my own, in my own family, we just uncovered something. And I'm mad that the people involved are dead. And my brother said the reason they didn't tell you is because you'd be in jail right now. Because they'd all be sliced and diced. Because I don't understand that. Because it's cyclical, it's generational, and it's a motherfucking curse. And see, I would have broke the curse.
But Mom,
they would have been sliced.
So would you consider it a curse moreover than a person that would you consider the curse more so than a person who is sick?
It's a demonic spirit. See, you got these people talking about, oh, pray it away. It's a demonic spirit. And as Legion, if you don't get that demonic spirit out, that generational curse will continue.
But after Christ, ain't no curses.
Right. So anyway, like I was saying, it's a demonic curse. I think, this is me, I just think if you sterilize the person,
sick of you.
You can stop it right then. I think some of these pedophiles don't need to have children.
But see, that's what I'm saying though. Like
I think a lot of people need to be sterilized, but it's inhumane.
Hey everybody, what's up?
You do know.
It's inhumane. I'm like, please.
There's this one woman in a.
Who's the real king of R&B? We playing Anytime by Brian McKnight.
You know they didn't want to play Bobby Brown because according to the great, late, wonderful Whitney Houston, I love you, Nippy. What's his name?
Actually, I thought about Bobby Brown. However, when I Googled him, he was not on the list.
He was not on the list?
No. As King R&B, no.
Really?
Other than what Whitney said.
What's the definition of King R&B?
Let me tell you, each man,
one?
each person that I am playing today,
Mm-hmm.
this is what I had in my mind. Like, number one, like Marvin Gaye, he's a Grammy Award winning artist. He has a fabulous career. His music is timeless.
He was shot by his daddy, who was wearing
Don't matter. We talking about the music.
and he always.
We talking about the music.
He was also wearing.
We talking about the music
but he
because
hasn't
you
written his
like.
own stuff. Okay,
But you
go
like
ahead.
Whitney Houston. She was a crackhead. So move along.
Reformed.
No, she died a
She
crackhead.
died.
She died.
No,
as a
she
wife.
died a
She was in the
crackhead.
bath.
She died a crackhead, and it was not Bobby's fault that she died a crackhead.
You know why?
okay?
You know why it
It's
wasn't
not
Bobby's fault?
Bobby's fault.
Because under Bobby's tutelage or whatever, and when she was with Bobby, she never slipped. Never had a problem.
Anyway,
Because he's
well,
up
she
there.
should have slipped all that damn sweat hitting her damn forehead. I'm sure she slipped
Okay,
in the
well, I sweat a
head.
lot too. But you know, after she died in the bath, you know, I didn't take a bath for a year.
Chris Brown. Millennials say Chris Brown is the new king of R&B, and I have to give it to Chris Brown. He's a fantastic artist.
I'm just gonna say
He's
got-
really
he got
our modern
issues,
day
He got
Michael
issues.
Jackson. He got a whole lot of issues, but yeah.
You know, I have never met an artist who didn't have an issue. Most of these artists have no self-esteem. Not low, but no self-esteem. Go ahead, sorry.
Johnny Gill, successful career, not as big solo as he was New Edition. He was big solo. When he came out, but you know, hey, he kind of fizzed
Well,
up
that's
and
because
down,
he
up
was
and down.
dating, what's that man, Norbert?
That's Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy, who got the 10 kids. You see how he went overboard? He had 10
Lord
kids
have
by
mercy.
100 different women.
Y'all give us some hearts and some likes and stuff like that.
Make sure you sharing our posts.
Please share our post. Any Love by Luther Vandross. That's what we were playing next.
It was so sad. It
But
was so
Luther
sad.
Vandross, is he the king of R&B?
He can't be. Well, I don't know what your criteria is because he didn't write any of his songs.
Don't matter.
I don't-
Luther Vandross has won
you
Grammy
know-
after Grammy. That voice is
He only won.
unmatched.
Do you know he only won one Grammy for the Father song?
No, I got two of them,
Look it
don't I?
up.
But what was that he got
Lord,
over and
me.
over? American Music Awards.
AMA.
That's what that is.
Because
Okay.
we got to vote on that, right?
Think so.
Yeah, because we know what's good music, unlike the Grammys.
Maxwell.
Love Maxwell.
Maxwell
Did
has.
he lose weight or is he fat again?
I don't know.
Who?
He's a
Maxwell?
Maxwell was fat, wasn't he? They said he was fat.
He's not
I
fat.
ain't never known Maxwell to
he's
be fat.
thick.
I don't know Maxwell.
But I mean, he's always been pretty
Stand
fat
by.
though.
Yeah, I don't know Maxwell's music.
R. Kelly.
Big Luther, not Little Luther. Always,
Can
always.
you tell the
Is R.
difference?
Kelly the king of R&B?
No, I just can't.
Not
I
now.
mean, I'm sorry.
They
I
took it
can't.
away from him.
They ain't taking nothing from him. He ain't got no money.
Oh yeah,
Brian McKnight did beat his wife.
Always.
he did.
Yeah,
Did
he
he
whooped
beat
the
his
hell out of his
wife?
wife.
I missed that one.
And then they said they had the best sex afterwards.
Where's the bell, Montana? God damn it, where's the
I'm
bell?
just saying.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Master Yes Talk Radio Show. Listen, if you are listening with us, and if you'd like to give us a telephone call or comment, 214-717-4827. You can like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Snapchat, and all of the above.
And if you go to a Brian McKnight concert, it sounds exactly like his CDs.
Brian McKnight, his
Yes, you would like
sons
it.
are amazing.
Don't they sing gospel?
His sons are amazing. All three of
I
them.
didn't
They
know.
just can blow. Anyway, so who's the real king of R&B? Who's the real king of R&B? So let's move on. Let's talk about Carolyn Davis real quick. Let's talk
So
about
give us a
Real
background on Carolyn
quick.
Davis.
on
real
Carolyn
quick.
Davis. Let's
She's a
talk
local
about
councilwoman, or was a local councilwoman.
former councilwoman. I'm gonna get that. And I'm gonna read a little bit of the story. And I should have had that ready, but we was running our mouth during the break, and I don't care. So let's see.
Help him, Lord. Help
Let's
him.
see.
Well, that part kind of big. I got them old women parts. That's a big part. I look like a part. You know, have you ever seen what's his name? Red. Malcolm X. When Malcolm X had that part.
Is that wait a minute, hold on.
Oh, come on now.
I'm
You
coming.
okay.
There she is. Councilwoman Carolyn Davis pleads guilty to federal bribery. Let's see
her
here.
plea was unsealed.
This thing say she
This thing
pleads
say.
guilty.
This
This is
thing
according
say.
to
He's so
NBCFortWorth.com. In court documents unsealed Friday, thank you, Ms. Sunshine, she admitted January 25th that she accepted about $40,000 in payments from a real estate developer, Rural Hamilton, in exchange for votes on a city-funded affordable housing project, Royal Crest, between November 2013 and June 2015. What's wrong with the camera? Is it all right?
Hey, it's right there.
Yeah, okay. Maybe I
This
need to
ain't
sit back.
nobody in it. Nobody but me.
NBC was the courtroom when Davis waived her rights to a trial and pleaded guilty to taking bribes.
Okay, so it was from 2015 to 2017,
It says here 2013 to June 2015.
and it was $40,000.
$40,000 in payments.
$20,000 a year.
Yeah.
So she getting ready to go to jail for how many years?
It didn't say. She pled guilty.
3. She'll probably get 3 to 5.
What's the federal time? So she'll do day for day.
80%. She'll be all right.
Mhm.
Because I saw a picture of her. Ain't nobody want her in prison.
Oh.
My thing is, what? I'm just saying, ain't nobody want her.
She is a former city councilman. You know what they gonna do because you did prison. They don't care how you look
No.
nowadays.
It's fed. She ain't gonna do nothing. Ain't nobody want. She has nothing to offer. It's not like she got a $450,000 bribe like Dwayne Caraway, and that's the one who snitched on her.
Mm-hmm.
Dwayne Caraway snitched on her. He got $500,000. He really got more. He just got caught with $500,000. He got his daddy's house fixed in Louisiana. He didn't get a tutor because he still splits subjects and verbs, so he can't speak properly. His wife got taken from him by the other man.
Mhm.
So Dwayne Caraway got a lot of money, so he'll do maybe 5 years. But she got $20,000 a year. She could have gone out on the street and begged for more than that. Hell, she could have got a part-time job at Ross for that.
Damn, Mom.
That's how much you make, $20,000 a year if you're working part-time at Ross or TJ Maxx. And she could have done that. But instead, she did not do anything to better herself. She didn't get her head cracked. She didn't go get the fat surgery. She didn't go get her feet done.
Did you say the fat surgery?
She didn't lipo. She didn't get gastric. She didn't do nothing with that. Except probably went to your Rudy's chicken place. And we know she didn't get no bean pies on MLK.
Damn.
She was a sorry excuse for a human because she did. On the backs of poor people is where she got her little funky
Absolutely.
$40,000.
Funky 40,000.
She could have written a bullshit self-published book and got that much.
Absolutely.
I'm just letting you know what she
Absolutely.
could have done with the $40,000. So yeah, they caught her, but who cares? She ain't nothing.
The only reason why I bring
Small
this
fry.
up is
Small
because
fry.
this is the third city official that's black that we have lost to some BS. Now, well, let me tell you, the second one, the one that ran over the little boy in South Dallas. Now, he turned himself in, whatever the case it is. But, they'll probably give him probation, give him a slap on the wrist type deal. Yeah.
It should be more since you're a city councilman.
Yeah, but the thing is that you already know, what's gonna happen is that he's gonna get a good lawyer that's gonna probably get him some good probation.
Well, he got a good lawyer. He's got the white lawyer who always defends the cops.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be all right then.
Shit.
He's gonna be just fine. He's gonna be just fine then. And so I don't understand why us as people, we sometimes some people develop such superiority complexes where they think that you cannot be touched. I don't give a damn if you are the president of the United States. You can go down to.
That's how you are to be
We can
raised.
only
That you're
hope.
better than other people.
We can only hope.
How do you
No.
think people how do you think your president got to be where he was?
Well, I mean,
that's a whole different story.
I think he
but not
just
just
got a
even Trump.
narcissistic
But not
nature.
not just even Trump though. We talking Watergate. His ass got busted. Clinton got busted for getting his dick sucked.
Oh my!
I mean, so
Did
the
you say
thing
his
is,
penis?
I did.
He did.
Penis sucked. Fellatio.
Okay, let's go with fellatio. Fellatio sounds so much better.
No, right?
So it's not that presidents can't be caught.
She went all somewhere else with this.
You see how I look that way.
Good, cause she talk about
I'm
right.
watching the birds in the sky.
No, what you doing is talking about. And this morning,
What segment are we? We're on the third one.
Oh,
So
We talking about R. Kelly.
let's talk about R.
and
Kelly.
his
We're
work.
talking about him.
His net worth, according to celebrity
You don't-
networth.com.
You don't want to go by that.
He is
Chicago
worthless.
restaurant owner. Was she black or white? Or was
She
it a
was
man
black.
or female?
She was female.
Oh, she's a female?
Yes.
And she was black.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
25
But the reason
most
why I
dangerous.
looked up his net worth, and this is, you know, when people look at their net worth and stuff like that, you have different sites.
Why somebody else had to put up his bail money? He couldn't do it himself.
You know, he could put
Because
up
he
his,
ain't got none.
he
Nah.
put up his bail money. You know, he's in debt right now with the IRS over $20 million at this point in time. He had to sell one of his mansions.
It didn't have them girls in it, did it?
No.
Because he's got all those houses. He should be selling them
Right.
real quick. Uh-huh.
Now,
I'm sorry.
and so the thing is, let me
Not
see.
sorry.
He in 2018 he says that he released a 19-minute song on Spotify where he addresses allegations. On the song, he claimed to be broke and needs his tour to pay his rent. He also admits on the IRS $20 million at one time and being forced to borrow several $1 million to pay bills from his label to pay his bills. His financial struggles are compounded by the fact that he can't tour in many countries because of his controversies, and his U.S. tours are frequently blocked by protests.
Oh, what a damn shame.
So this is the thing.
My heart bleeds.
This is the thing about R. Kelly that I want to talk about. It says here, and most say don't say it, but let me say it's under $1 million. And so it's under 500,000. Let's say that. And the thing is that with R. Kelly, I want to be clear when I say this, y'all. I love his music. Okay, one of my favorite songs by R. Kelly is "Feeling on Your Booty." That is one of my favorite songs. "Strip for You," that whole T2P.com album is the bomb. Okay, "Chocolate Factory" is the bomb. I mean, 12 Play is the bomb. However, let me say this. It's the bomb. I mean, because it's just like me saying that I won't ever watch Bill Cosby and the Cosby Show no more. My favorite episode of the Cosby Show. No, it's not apples and oranges because Bill Cosby is accused of being a sexual predator.
To grown women who had an agenda.
Right? That's true. That's true. But however, parents had an agenda with their children, and this is where
parents sick asses.
But what I'm saying is, but no, I'm thinking according to some of these new allegations are coming up because there's no more hush money coming. See, this is what I'm saying.
Okay, if he wasn't some sick pedophile, maybe he would have done more than pay off people with his money.
Well, that could be true.
So broke.
That could be true. But Bill Cosby paid hush money. The only difference is Bill Cosby
is an investor.
He was an investor, and he also had money to invest like that. See, yes, it's apples and oranges, but what I'm saying is it's the talent from the person. We can't say that Bill Cosby ain't having them people in the penitentiary rolling over laughing in their damn shoes because he's Bill Cosby. He's funny. He is who he is. R. Kelly, I'm sorry. R. Kelly came up with a whole fucking soap opera and made millions.
Okay, so, but where are those millions now?
But that's true.
That is piss poor money management. That is
true.
Stupidity at its finest.
But stupidity has nothing to do with. Hang on.
But obviously,
stupidity has nothing to do with the genius. Just like we talking about Whitney Houston is a crackhead. She's a crackhead, but she's the same.
She got millions.
No, nobody. No.
In the grave.
She's in the grave. She's in the grave. But the grave. What I'm saying is that Whitney Houston was a crackhead, but you know what? Nobody can come up and say that they sung the Star Spangled Banner better than Whitney Houston to this day.
To this day.
And
for the next 100
and the next 100 years probably. You know. And so what I'm saying is that yes, R. Kelly may be nasty as hell, but everybody knew, and everybody was still sleeping with their partners to his music, making babies to his music. Everybody was stepping to the name of love. Everybody was doing all this stuff, and now all of a sudden,
until the shit came out.
Wait a minute, and no. no, because it came out the first time.
Some of y'all
it came
people
out the
may
first
have.
time, and y'all
Some
said
of y'all people may have,
it
but
came
there's
out
a
the
nice
first
strong
time.
few of us that were like, oh,
it came out. No,
no,
it came out the first time, and when it came out the first time, y'all said that y'all didn't believe that was him on the tape. Okay, so he was not found guilty, but y'all kept buying his music. Women kept running up to the stage, throwing their panties to him, and so now all of a sudden it's supposed to be the parents' fault. It's not the parents' fault. It's the community's fault because we kept investing into him. That's a community's fault. So yes, and why would the community do that? The community has done that because of his genius, not what he is doing behind closed doors, and he trapping chicks and sleeping with 14 and 15-year-olds allegedly. So the thing is that his genius. He's done all kind of music. I was listening to him and Selena Johnson the other day, I'm Your Woman. I was like, damn, that's a song. You know, he produced Sparkle's album 2 years ago. Promises is all I heard, but wait a minute, let me finish. I mean, all of that shit, you know, was a part of our decade of growing up and knowing what love was through this man's words.
That's fine. But yes, I'm sorry. I can't. I'm going to be that one. I'm going to be that.
That's fine.
There, maybe 99% of the world is still on R. Kelly's shit.
No, you
I cannot.
Everybody thinks like you.
I
well,
cannot.
I don't think, not according to our poll. According to our poll, it says that people can separate the genius from what he's done. It's just like,
I cannot.
It's just like, what's that man name, Lord? What's that man name?
With children.
That woman, Dana Plato. Remember Montana from Different Strokes?
Okay, what happened?
That played Kimberly Drummond.
She became a porn star.
She became a porn star, and went back and worked on Different Strokes.
That's because.
But no.
Do you know why?
And even if she's a white girl,
she's a crack habit.
She was a crackhead and everything. But the thing was, what's the man that was on Good Times that was a crackhead?
Which one?
JJ?
No, I don't think it was JJ. Who? Michael. What's Michael's real name? Michael. And so what I'm saying is that Rerun from What's Happening was a crackhead. Fred Perry.
And the big girl, and
Shirley Hemphill. Yeah. So what am I saying? I'm saying that people have their own personal struggle that they deal with, but it does not take away from the gift. The gift that they have is unsurpassed.
All right, now bring it full circle. Now,
here's my problem when we start talking about
gift comes without repentance.
Go ahead.
That's what he say.
It's one thing to self-harm. It's a whole nother to bring somebody else who is innocent into your shit.
I agree.
And that's where, and maybe it's just that maybe it's just the fact that I have the experience that makes me shut him down the way I do. But I'm like, I can't. He is foul. He is disgusting, and I don't care if I was bumping his music, grinding to his music, if I was on the dance floor getting it into his music. Now all I can think about is the girls that lost their innocence. But why you gotta think
about the girls then? Even the
I didn't know them then.
But that was all over. Even in the assumption, that 14-year-old girl, the reason why he got off is because they said that his brother looked more like him and looked more like his brother in the video. And so even at the assumption, black folks
there was a lot of conspiracy involved where adults were trying to save their own ass instead of thinking about the child.
And it's still the same to this day. To me, and my thing is,
that's wrong. I
believe that's wrong.
People
Absolutely.
need to stop selling out other people. We are human beings. I mean, this is a whole nother level of slavery that we are indulging in at this point. People don't want to see it that way, but that's exactly what it is.
It's control. I believe it's control.
It's abuse.
When you don't have control over your own lives, you seek to control others. That's Psych 101. That's textbook psych. I'm saying
which is why I need to stay in my own house and mind my own damn business because the world is too fucked up for somebody like me.
Now look, let me tell you about the world. There's more good than bad.
Okay, Ma, I agree.
There's more good than bad.
I agree.
But these bad apples, we have to take care of them. So when he was urinating on the girl, at the 14-year-old girl, so we have to blame the mama and daddy who took her to Europe to live. We have to blame the cousin. Is that Sparkle?
That's the niece. So allegedly,
I thought she was the
that was
auntie
supposed
or
to be Sparkle's niece,
Right.
allegedly,
Right.
the little girl.
So we have to blame them.
Because they were trying to cover their own ass.
If he goes to jail, if he gets charged,
I think the parents should.
they should as well, because they're accessories.
Absolutely.
They knew what was happening,
And this is my.
but they got paid off. So they're like, okay, you're a meal ticket for us.
So what y'all think about the restaurant owner in Chicago
What's wrong with that?
that bailed her out because her restaurant was being boycotted, and people were saying, "I'm not coming back here to eat your food, and I'm not coming back here to support your business." When she put the money up for his bail, the
She should
$100,000.
have thought about that.
Well, you know how she got the money.
Well, how'd she get the money?
The money she got from her daughter's wrongful death suit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask this question. It's past our break time, but we're gonna keep going for a second. Then we're going on a quick break, just a quick one. Montana, when we go on our next break, just play the first two songs because I don't think we need to do the R. Kelly song because I don't want to send out our listeners
We gonna end
and
up
viewers
boycotted.
nowhere else. So we won't play the R. Kelly song. But I will say this. I feel like this. If we can forgive anybody, R. Kelly can be forgiven too. And I'm saying that because we have forgiven some. There is a R. Kelly in each and every one of our families. There is some stuff that our families know that we found out and we still ain't said nothing about. And even if it was because of hush money or whatever the case it is, you know what? What is a killer is stress. Silence and your conscience will drive you mad if you knew some stuff like that. And so I'm not making any excuses for R. Kelly. I don't want to be the person to do that. Only thing that I want to be is in a situation to be fair to say, you know what, his music is bomb, but his personal life and what you want to do with your personal life, it sucks and it's trash. And I wouldn't ever want you near any child of mine or any family member of mine. And not only to add insult to injury, because I've been saying R. Kelly was nasty for years, but to add insult to injury, this man is the first name that comes up when you type in who is the king of R&B. The damn thing say R. Kelly. Why? Because his music is timeless. And no matter how many times it gets banned, some gonna creep right on up in there because R. Kelly's, he's just R. Kells. He's just Kells. And this is what it is. And I hate that this come down to this, but listen, God bless his nasty ass. And we hope that, one day maybe he'll say something about it. Maybe he'll talk about it. I always say that, too many times that sex, and especially in the Bible, now I'm not saying that if I'm right or wrong, y'all, this is just my opinion, that God never intended for sex to be regulated. Man tried to. And the reason why I say that is because sex was something that God created with the intention to multiply. But even in multiplication, there were different ways of body experiences that everybody would have. And because we are human with different feelings, with different desires, because maybe this was a desire, y'all. I'm not saying that it was right or wrong, y'all. But I'm saying that it was a desire of control or a desire of something that drove him that way. And as a society, we will say, oh, it's nasty and he ought to be ashamed of himself. Instead of saying, well, wait a minute. Wait to hold up. Nigga, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Yeah, you nasty, but what's wrong with you? Because we're not questioning these pastors like that. We're not questioning the coochie grabber. We're not questioning a whole lot of other people who've been paraded in the limelight to be sexual predators of any kind.
Well, the reason we're not asking the questions is because we're afraid of the answers.
Why be afraid of the answer?
Because it's
Because
learned behavior.
Once you bring out the answer,
I agree with that. Now, I agree with that.
So
somebody messed with R. Kelly.
Somebody messed with R. Kelly's sister.
Yeah.
Somebody messed with R. Kelly's brother. Somebody messed with R. Kelly. But most importantly, somebody messed with R. Kelly's mama. You see what I'm saying?
Ding, ding, ding,
I
ding,
done told
ding.
you it's generational and demonic.
But-
It's not someone you wake up and say, "Woo, let me go be a predator." No, it's
But what
learned.
about all of those people who don't, that have been messed with? They don't go off and mess with other people.
Let's go to break. We'll talk about that. Let's go to break real quick. I'm gonna take us to our last break. Again, hey guys, thank you so much for watching us right here on Facebook and Instagram. Hey, After Party Radio, thank you so much, guys. Share this video, give us some likes, give us some hearts, give us some smiley faces, all that good stuff. Who is the real king of R&B? Our next couple songs we got playing is Any Love by Luther Vandross.
Any love.
That's Big Luther. And Fortunate by Maxwell.
Big Luther, Little Luther is still Luther.
And so we'll be right back. We appreciate that. And we'll return in a second. Okay, go ahead, Stephanie.
What was you gonna say? What was y'all saying? No. They
'Cause-
just.
I just think something.
It's generational.
is wrong
It's a
with
curse.
him.
It's a
But,
curse.
okay,
But you
here's
said
the
since
thing.
Jesus
Here's
been
the
here, there
thing.
ain't no curse.
You know, I have to beg to differ when people say it's a learned behavior, because there's some that I'm like, you know what? No, because I mean, you don't see me running around messing with.
So do you? Okay, so I think I get to understand what you're saying. So you saying now?
You know,
I'm trying to put this in.
just because somebody's messed with as a child or in their youth or whatever, doesn't mean they automatically carry that mess on.
So what
I'm
you
sorry,
saying
you know
maybe,
it's wrong. If you know it's wrong, you know it's wrong. And if you have a desire and you follow through with that desire, that's where you.
But if you don't
You
have
have
the
an
tools
issue.
to deal with it, if you don't have the tools to deal with it, then you can't deal with it. You can't understand. Just like when you are raped and you have an orgasm and you blame yourself, that's your body that takes over. That's your body that takes over. So when you're raped, you have an orgasm and you think, oh my God, how did I enjoy this? No, that's your body taking over. And so many women, when you go to rape crisis centers and you go to the group meetings, they talk about the guilt. They talk about that desire. They talk about how they enjoyed it and they didn't want to enjoy it. So maybe sometimes, if you don't have the tools to say, if no one ever told you, you know, that's involuntary, that you didn't enjoy that, it's not your fault. Even if this is the first generation. I swear, I believe
I'm
in
so confused on that, I guess, because I can't relate in that aspect.
Well, no, I'm just telling you there are different examples. And when you have people who have been molested, and that's what they know, and that's why they get them as children, because then they can mold them and change them. Especially if you get them at 3 before the psychosexual thing starts, and you groom them. That's all they know.
I think,
and they can't stop it, even though they knew it was wrong. That's what they know that feels good.
I think narcissists and
share this, like this,
and
hearts.
predators
Hearts.
in general understand grooming, and some of these mofos have degrees in psychology. It's like the dude that my son was seeing for a short period of time. He groomed my son, whether my son realizes it or not. Just like he groomed the man, the young boy that came before my son. Hell, had the nerve to call CPS on me for me not, living up to my parental, I forget whatever it was they said, but I mean, actually had them calling me for abuse on my child. And I'm like, you know what, and they can't tell you who called them, but I told them who called them. Listen, I know who called your ass. It's the man that is messing with my child, who is no longer living in my house and hasn't lived in my house in months. But because he's coming upon resistance from myself, from my parents, he's deciding to push back. He also, because he was a child of the system, understood that he could call once, he could call twice, but if he called a third time, then they could come back and press charges on him. So he did not call a third time.
Yeah, I think that when we talk about stuff like this, it is really important to talk to different people, to not really in a sense get their judgment, but to get their experience to understand. And listen, guys, while y'all on Facebook and I'm listening and we're talking about this, if you want to maybe discuss something like this with us, if you've experienced anything like this, email us, mashthegas@yahoo.com. We keep your information confidential. If you want your name to be even discovered, or if you want to come on the show and talk about it, we'll definitely be more than happy to, talk to you about it, whatever the case is, and we definitely can slide you to the side, where nobody can see you, but you can just talk. So, just bring, let us know. Well, like I was about to say, we talk about stuff like this. It saddens me because